Cerca. Love the world you live in, and we'll help you explore it. Hi, I'm Neil Innes. Welcome to a very special Cerca Journey series. Have you ever been wine tasting? It can be a little daunting sometimes, in both the old world and the new. If you're tasting in France or Spain or Italy or South Africa or Australia or the United States, it doesn't matter. Sometimes you can feel a little out of your depth when people start throwing around words like terroir, robe, legs, steely, mouthfeel. I've definitely found myself wondering what these people are talking about, and I know I'm not alone. Thankfully, we found the perfect person to teach us all how to expand our palate and vocabulary when it comes to the boldest of reds or the freshest of whites. Someone to help us distinguish Chablis from Chardonnay. On this Cerca Journey series, we've paired you with the sharp, refreshing, bubbly, and bright Amanda McCrossin, a certified sommelier, wine personality, and social media creator known as Sommelier. In a heroic undertaking, we talked and tasted wine with her for hours, just for you, to help put together a themed series of podcasts, which
that you're going to find quality grapes that make quality wine. And on that note, you've got a few different grape varieties in there, right? And they're all going to give you different flavor profiles, different aromatics according to not only where they're grown, but according to what that grape variety was. There are so many factors that determine what makes one wine taste different from another wine. And throughout my wine journey over the last 10 years, I've loved getting to taste all of those differences because no two wines or even bottles are the same. But really it comes down to 4 primary variables that will affect the quality of the wine and how it's going to taste. You have the grape, which we just talked about, Sauvignon Blanc versus Riesling versus Chardonnay, the region where those grapes are grown and where that wine is made, the winemaking, whether or not that wine saw a little new French oak or perhaps it was aged in stainless steel, and last but certainly not least, what that wine has been through in its life after it's been bottled. Cellar storage is incredibly important, and bottle to bottle, you can have vastly different wines depending on how they've been stored. So we're going to talk about all of those things in our foundational elements episodes. But I think there is one variable in particular that most winemakers, if you talk to them, they will tell you is probably the most important of all of these. And that is terroir. That's where those grapes are grown and how region can influence how that wine is going to taste. So stay with us. We're going to be talking about what that means, how it can affect the wine, and more importantly, what to look for in your travel experience. In the meantime, one of the best things you can do if you are new to wine or even diving deeper into wine is when you are out and looking for a bottle of wine, start playing around with different grape varieties. Don't buy the same thing that you have over and over. Now is your time to experiment, and here's why. You want to start familiarizing yourself with different grape varieties. And the way that you're going to do that is you're going to look for a different grape variety and you're going to look for that label to be as specific as you possibly can about place. So for example, maybe you used to buy a Sauvignon Blanc that was just from California. Next time you go out, look for a Sauvignon Blanc that has a little bit more of a specific location. Look for somewhere like Sonoma Coast or even Dry Creek Valley. The more likely you are to start tying those places that you're going to and that you're getting these wines from to how the wines are actually going to taste. This is also going to give you a better idea of what that grape is actually supposed to taste like. We call this being varietally correct. And not to say that your wider appellation wines, like your California Sauvignon Blanc, are bad by any means. It's just that the more specific we can get, the higher quality the wine typically is, and the more specific we get about that actual grape. I hope you enjoyed wine tripping with me. Throughout this series, I'll be taking you on a guided tour of some of the best wine-producing regions in the world, like Tuscany, Napa, Portugal, and many more. Plus, teaching you how to really understand what goes into making the wines you're sipping and how to best appreciate it. And of course, I'll be suggesting some of my favorites for you to try. You can listen to Wine Tripping with Amanda McCrossin on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or download the Cerca app, where you'll find an incredible array of city and country guides, travel podcasts, and more. Visit cercatravel.com, spelled C-E-R-C-A. Cerca, love the world you live in, and we'll help you explore it.